Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Hey Mom Day video. I know it's been forever since I have filmed one of these, but I'm back at it and we're getting back into things. I asked a bunch of you to let me know what you wanted to see in these videos, and I actually wrote them all down so that I won't forget and I won't lose them in various messages and threads. So those are coming, but to get things started, I figured I would just give you guys kind of like a sit-down life update just to ease myself back into these sit-down videos because it has been a while. I think the last one I did was maybe in the summer. Has it been that long? Oh, I'm sorry. I suck at this sometimes. So hopefully this video isn't too random for you. I'm just gonna talk at you about what's been going on in my life because as much as the vlogs show you stuff, I don't really get a chance to like talk about what's going on or how I'm feeling, and so that's what these are for sometimes. It's nice. Just get to chat. You're like my diary. I also decided to keep these videos really chatty and really like casual like this, not a big production, because I really like the feeling where it just feels, I feel like we're just having tea or something and chatting, and I really like that. So, getting into it. Lately, we've just been keeping busy with the normal stuff. We've been with school and life. We've just been homeschooling, so that keeps me pretty busy. A lot of people ask or wonder, we don't school every day right now. We do certain things every day, like we read every single day, but we don't necessarily do like school activities. We learn every day because it's just kind of the lifestyle we've chosen, like kind of the unschool sort of feel. But right now we're not doing school every single day because we don't have to. Emmy's not registered yet. She doesn't need to be registered yet because she is only 6, and where her birthday fell, we did not have to. We kind of had the option, and we just, after a lot of research and thinking it over, we opted for signing her up this September. So she's not officially needing to be schooled technically. So kind of keeping a really casual approach for us just gives us an extra gear to kind of ease into things, and it's been really nice. But I'm also trying to do a routine so we can keep or get used to that, because as much as I really like routine, we also are kind of fly by the seat of our pants family in a way we've become. So the routine is good for me to get like used to, I don't know, settling down a little bit sometimes. Did that make us sound flaky? I don't know. We're not flaky. I don't know how to explain that. Sometimes it's weird. As you guys know, these are always a little bit difficult for me to film because whenever somebody asks me what's up, I'm always like, nothing is up, but you know, we actually do a lot of stuff. There are some big changes coming up for us that we've just been like kind of going through or like dealing with. I will chat more about that on its own in like probably 2 or 3 weeks, I think. I don't mean to be elusive. I hate that. It's just something that's happening in our life. Everything's fine. I'm not pregnant. And it's hard because I can't talk about it yet. I'm not allowed to. But I still, like, it's like a big part where I don't, I feel like if I don't mention it, it sounds like we've just not been doing anything, but I don't know. Okay, so I will talk about that, and maybe I've just confused people. I don't know. I don't like when people are like, oh, something's happening, but I can't tell you, even though that's just what I did. I don't mean to be obnoxious. I just like, I would tell you if I could, but I can't. Maybe I'll just take all of that out. I don't know. So everything's fine. Everything's good. We're just like shifting directions a little bit, and I'll tell you more about that later. Oh, so a couple weeks ago, it was my birthday, and I'm 25 now. Quarter life crisis. If you saw my cake, that was really funny. Cody got me a birthday cake that's a quarter life crisis on it, and it made me laugh. So I've definitely, I don't feel that much older, but I've definitely noticed some signs of like aging now that I'm like, oh man, already? I actually have a ton of gray hairs popping up, which is bizarre for me, and I was like, this is too early, and it was making me freak out a bit. However, it kind of helped me because I've been having some like not health problems, but like I mentioned I was having a really hard time sleeping. My anxiety was keeping me up till like 2, 3 in the morning. As soon as I went to bed, I couldn't sleep. It was just keeping me awake. And so that was hard, and just like really low energy and really having a hard time finding motivation for things. But all of this was kind of a nice thing, and then the gray hair made me realize and look into things that I am just really lacking in vitamin B12 and protein and iron. And so now that I looked at my diet, I've just like not been taking care of myself as I should. And I mean, I've been eating healthy, but I just need to get more on top of things. But it's kind of been nice because if you've stuck around for a while, then you know I've tried a lot of different lifestyles of eating, you could say. So I've been paleo. I was paleo for like 2 years, which is just like no grains of any type, lots of protein and a few nuts and seeds and blah blah blah. And I was vegan. I was raw vegan for a little bit. I was vegetarian for a little while. I was like whatever it was before it was Whole30. I don't know. So I've tried a lot of things in my health journey, and this has kind of taught me, and then I took a break from it all because I didn't like, specifically, all of them had their problems and my body wasn't reacting well to various aspects of each of them individually. So I took a break and just was like, hey, I'm just going to eat whatever. I'm still going to stay healthy, eating lots of like veggies and fruit and make sure I have all the stuff. But I'm just going to take a break for a little while and see what happens. And then I just got busy, and so now I've got this, what is a self-diagnosed B12 deficiency, but it's pretty obvious for me because the symptoms I have are like either B12 or a thyroid issue, but I just got cleared for no thyroid issues, like a couple months ago. So this is turning into way longer than I planned to talk about this, and sorry if I'm boring you with this. I will move on in a second. Basically, the gray hair helped me kind of click into it. So I've adjusted, and I think I'm going to go, I think the best thing for me is to be closer to paleo. That was the best. I was my healthiest I've ever been when I was strictly paleo, but I think there's a lot of things that I wouldn't do, so I would not consider myself paleo again, but more hug over a little closer to that side. And so far I've been doing it for a week now, and my energy has shot back up, and my skin is clearing up again, and I have energy. I'm able to film. I've been vlogging. I'm doing a sit-down video again, so I just feel really good. And I don't know, I wanted to talk about that a little bit because I felt really lazy. I felt like, I was like, what is wrong with me? Why don't I have the energy to get through my chores and all this stuff? And why am I feeling so like bleh? And I just couldn't figure it out. And now that I have, I feel really good. And I feel like a lot of us maybe go through that. I know there's a few of you out there who have talked to me about your experiences like this. So hey, if you're feeling weird and lumpish, maybe look into what's going on with your diet and make sure you're not deficient in anything, because I didn't realize it, and I feel 10 times better, and I'm sleeping again. Oh my god, I'm sleeping again. It feels so good. Okay, so moving on. I don't want this video to take forever. I was supposed to actually film this video last night, but Grayson ended up having a really tough time going to bed, and it was actually just a really bad night for me. Cody had gone out for dinner with his friends, because we do days of the week, we just alternate. Like, I go out on one night and I go have girls' night, and then he goes out. It varies between a couple nights, just whenever his friends are available, and he goes out for dinner, and that's just what we do. So last night he went out, and Grayson just wasn't having any of it. I don't know. I think he's going through a big growth spurt. He's about to be 3. Sorry, I get these weird yawny hiccup things. He's going to be 3 on the 26th of February, so next month. And he was just like hitting me and punching me and just being a real little rude kid. And he was so upset, and he was mad, and he was like saying mean things, and it was just so overwhelming because I wasn't even like forcing him to go to bed. We were just like hanging out and like trying to mellow him out, and he was just like not having it. He's also been eating us out of house and home lately, and he's been sleeping really good. So big growth spurt, and I think it's also being paired with a big like brain development phase. And last night was really hard. Like I cried like 3 times. So by the time he finally crashed just across my lap, because I just put on a show in the living room, I made a tea and I sat down, and like when I cry, both the kids cry because they don't like to see me cry. So Emmy was kind of being kept up from Grayson, like yelling and screaming. And so then she like peeked over from her bed and saw that I was crying and came over and hugged me and was like, "Oh, Mom." And it was so, and then Grayson saw that she was crying and that I was crying, and then he started crying, so we were all crying. And Emmy was so sweet though. She was like, "I just wish I could help you." And I was like, "Oh, it's okay." Yeah, last night was hard. And then Cody finally came up, so I call Cody crying, and I'm like, I just don't know what to do, and like I think we're okay, so I'll just text you if I need you, just give me 5 more minutes. And so I ended up just like telling him to stay and hang out with his friends, and just I would text him if I needed him. And so Cody got home, and Grayson's like sleeping across my lap, and I'm just like watching a show, and I have a cup of tea, and he finally fell asleep. So I was just like petting his head and itching him, and I think he had just, everybody was emotionally drained. So when he got home, he was like, "Yeah, you're not filming anything, go have a bath." And I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. So there's that. See, parenting is hard all the time. I just don't always talk about those things, but that's what these videos are for, and that's nice. Sorry, I'm just looking at my list because I write down what I want to kind of hit on, otherwise I forget because I'm mom brain space case. Oh, speaking of parenting, so I was reading this in the bath too. I picked this book up and I read it, and then I kind of put it down, and I was like, I'm too busy to read. Basically, I just wasn't taking time to read. So I picked this back up last night, and I just love this book, and I want to share it with you because it really helped me last night when I had a really emotional day. Was that a fruit fly? So this book is called The Danish Way of Parenting, and if you know me, I'm not very big into parenting books. I do have a couple that are just my favorite. I'm kind of more of a gut instinct parenter, and if that's a thing. But I really, really like The Danish Way of Life. I really like Hygge, if I've talked about that a few times. And I really like that concept. And so just while I was looking for a good book on Hygge to read, I came across The Danish Way of Parenting. What the happiest people in the world know about raising confident, capable kids. And I'm not done this book, but I already love it so much that I have to recommend it to you. It's not even like this is how you should parent book. It's just talking about like the way the Danes do it and why it's so successful and why they're all so happy. And it goes hand in hand with my core values and beliefs in parenting. And so they do parent they present 6 essential principles which spell out parent, which is play, authenticity, reframing, empathy, no ultimatums, and togetherness, and Hygge. So it's a beautiful book, and I just really like the way they talk about, it's kind of like they share stories and they give examples of like how you can help. It's just, for me, I don't like being told what to do, but I really like this because it just gives me a little bit of a nudge in the right direction when I feel like I need it. And I can tell this is going to be like a highlighter, pencil drawn in kind of book. So I got this on Amazon. It's a really cheap, I think it was not expensive, so I highly, highly recommend that every mom go get this book. I love it. Tell me what you think if you get this. Okay, sorry, my camera ran out of storage, and so I had to go put it on my computer. Now we're back. Alright, so I noticed this video is getting really lengthy, so I'm going to try and wrap up the last few things really quick. So a few other tidbits and things that have been going on lately that I feel like mentioning. I have to go get a tooth pulled, which I'm really upset about. Like, I really have bad anxiety with dentists. So I'm not looking forward to that, but it'll be fine. The only reason I have anxiety with dentists is because the freezing doesn't really work on me. So I've felt the last 2 times I had any work done and it freaks me out. So hopefully, new dentist, new place, new experience. Hopefully it's better. One of my wisdom teeth broke, so I have to go get that taken out, which sucks. And I think I need glasses, so that'll be interesting. Just like, I don't know, not even like reading glasses. I feel like I've become a little bit nearsighted. I can read fine and everything, but just watching the TV and stuff kind of gets blurry, and I can't read things from very clearly from too far away. I guess that just is a thing with having babies, so that can happen. So I guess I'm gonna go and see. I have those appointments at the beginning of February. So I guess if I have glasses, then you'll know what happened with that. Oh, and I feel like I haven't mentioned this in forever. Breastfeeding. Some of you know I'm still nursing Gray, but I think we are really close to weaning now. He is now going days between where he's not nursing, and I don't know, I took pictures of the last time we nursed together because we're at that point where I didn't know if that would be the last time or not. So I'm just kind of letting it happen naturally, but I think we're like really close to being done. Also, I'm feeling really done. It's kind of just a mutual thing. He's feeling like, he was really attached to it though, so I'm surprised that he's not done it and he's just like letting himself wean, which is really nice surprise. I thought for sure I would have to wean him eventually, but I don't know why. It's just when I was pregnant with Emmy, when I nursed her at about 14 weeks pregnant, I started just to feel like it just was so uncomfortable. It literally made me want to punch a wall. Like, it was horrible. I don't know, I can't, it's like every nerve ending in your body is hit. I don't know why, and I'm starting to feel like that again, and so I'm like, okay, we've had a good run, I think it's time to just wean. It's bittersweet though, because like any day now, or maybe the other day, could have been my very last time nursing ever for the rest of my life. That's like a big thing. I'm trying not to think about it. Whew, okay, yeah, no, we're not going to talk about that anymore because I just felt little pinch tears there, so we're not going to talk about that anymore. Oh, that is some like feels right there. I did not expect that. That snuck up on me. I'm sorry. I'm just going to move right on over that. So with that though, I'm doing other things, getting back into my working out because I have a wedding that I'm in this summer in 5 months. So one of my best childhood friends, we've been friends since we were 10, 15 years now. That's crazy. She's getting married this summer and I get to stand beside her and I'm really excited, and so I'm just getting myself toned up so that I'm in shape, so that when I stare at the photos on her wall forever that I'm not like, oh man, I should have gotten in shape for that. So I've been working out again and just focusing on that, which is really good. It's like motivation for me because I've been quite lazy with it, but also I wanted to do it anyway, so there's that. Anybody else working out right now? It's not a New Year's thing, it just so happened for me to be like, okay, we're 5 months away, it's time to get on it. It feels good though. I've got my energy back up. I just do my normal at-home stuff where I either do Zumba, so my favorites are Zumba. If I'm like working out, I do Zumba. I do like a yoga movement, like Pilates kind of, but it's yoga, with Mandy Ingvar, I think her name is. She's awesome. She's Jennifer Aniston's yoga instructor, and she has great videos, and I love them, and they kick your butt. And then just my normal yoga practice on top of that. And as long as I stay consistent with that, I usually try and do about 5 days a week and then take the weekend off, and that should get me back to a nice toned physique. I'm just like hesitant with it because I finally have an ass and I don't want to lose it, but we'll see what happens. And then the last thing is why I'm having to wrap this up right now. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you're getting this video on the same day it's filmed. Like right after I'm done this, I'm going to edit it and post it for you guys because I was supposed to film it last night, but I didn't, blah, blah, blah. Tonight is Emmy's very first sleepover, and we're really excited. We're hosting it. So she has 2 of her friends that live down the street coming over, and they're going to come over after school. We're really, really excited. So we got some stuff to get ready, and I'm going to vlog, I think. I'm just going to double check with her mom that it's okay if I vlog. She's usually totally fine with it. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what happens with that. So tomorrow's vlog will have how tonight went. I'm really excited. We're gonna do a bunch of fun stuff. I think we're gonna like paint nails. We might do some like little spa stuff. They're gonna play Barbies, I'm sure. Gonna do a camp out in the living room. Lots of popcorn and fun treats. We're gonna order pizza. Pretty excited. It's like milestone, like first sleepover is here already. I have a big kid, guys. She's a big child now, and she's growing and doing her own things, and I'm really excited about it. Oh, and this week we dyed her hair purple, as you saw in the last video, and she also lost both her front teeth, and now she's toothless, and it's adorable.
Look.
And it's just so cute and so sweet, and life is just so nice right now. I'm really just trying to keep things simple, live simple, cook a lot, entertain my hobbies, or dive into my hobbies. Cody just bought me a keyboard, and it's not like riding a bike, for me at least. I don't remember anything, so I have labeled my keys, and I'm learning again. He brought that home 2 nights ago, so I'm really excited to get back to learning that. I'm just enjoying trying to work on being really in the moment, and I'm really enjoying it. So I'm just trying to live simple and just really be, and it's nice. How are you? How are you guys doing? Tell me how you're doing. I've got lots of plans for future videos. I wrote a bunch of them down. See, I will do them, and there's a lot of exciting stuff, but I figured I'd just give you this one first to ease us into this, and I'm gonna do one a week, I think, maybe more, depending on what the video is. So thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye. Gotta make sure my hair's not too crazy. Cookie in my teeth? Cookie free. Good. Okay. Let's get started. Hopefully the dogs don't bark. Just come lay down here then. You can't sit and whine. You know, just lay down. I'm filming video. I love you. Okay. Yes.
I'm done. Baby tour.
You've done everything?
Uh-huh.
Awesome. Did you work really hard to do that?
Uh-huh.
Sweet. You worked really hard today and you stayed really focused. And then you got the job done. That's awesome.
I even did the stairs.
You even did the stairs and the shoes for me?
Uh-huh.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Show you my bed.
Can you just wait till I'm done filming this video? Why don't you go watch the movie with Gray, or you guys can turn something else on?